man, I have kind of spotty service, so if you start losing me, don't be surprised.
Man, you're in the middle of a podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Referee Joey Lynn at the Second Row Podcast. Got idiots running all over the place. I don't know what's really going on around here, but it is what it is. First thing I want to do is I want to welcome all you guys in, man. Let's just go ahead and roll our credits first and foremost. If you want to be a professional wrestler, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to go to a creditable school to get back out of what you want to put into this. And that's a very important statement as far as being a professional wrestler, because creditable schools are going to get you where you want to go. All right, first and foremost. So let's just look at it like this right here. The OIWA has a school, Bumps and Bruises, 501 and 469. 469, Carrollton, Texas, 501, Sherwood, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a professional wrestler, seek them out. They're on their webpage, man, bumpsandbruises.com. You can check them out. And also, if you're further west and south, kind of sort of somewhere in that motion, and you can't make it over to Carrollton, Texas, or over here to Sherwood, Arkansas, there's Rodney Mack and Jazz at the Dog Pound Dojo. They'll get you taken care of as well. Trey Mack, I want to give a shout out to that guy there, man. Keep pulling the punches, brother. You're doing a good job. I like what you're doing over there. We want to first give a shout out to our brothers and sisters over at Chaotic Kingdom Wrestling, man. Guys, y'all keep doing what you're doing. You're killing it. Sword Championship Wrestling. Hey, guys, y'all already know what's going on. Keep killing it. We're doing the thing. Southern Extreme Wrestling. Keep killing it. We're doing the thing. That's how we do this. Over here in the far left-hand corner, you're going to see a print. Man standing there like this. Got a cape on his back. He's got a crown on top of his head. That is Sermo. Ladies and gentlemen, send Bobby Horn a message on Facebook. Ask him how you can get that print on a T-shirt. What did it cost you to get that print on a T-shirt, and get you one of them, man, while we still have them. Can get them out to you or whatever the case may be. And I want to give a real special shout out to our sponsor, Daniel Stubblefield up at Boston Mountain Brewery. Man, we appreciate everything you guys are doing to help us out. In turn, we're going to help you out. Ladies and gentlemen, holler at my boy Daniel Stubblefield. You can get at him on Facebook. You can get at Boston Mountain Brewery.com up in Fayetteville, Arkansas. If you want to get your drink on, that's the people I suggest you to holler at. And last night, I went to Rogers, Arkansas, and we did a show for Diamond State. Blowed that show out. Very cool venue. Very cool staff at the Shire Gastropub up in Rogers, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go up there. They got T-shirts. They got drinks. You name it, they've got it. They even have some of the best hot dogs in the world right now. And I encourage you, if you're in Rogers, Arkansas, go by the Gastropub, the Shire, and get yourself hooked up. Look for Garrett up there, man. He's going to take care of you. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm supposed to have D'Anthony Price, and I am supposed to have Nate Vaughn in here today. With me right now is I have Nate Vaughn with Nate Vaughn Enterprises, but I don't have a D'Anthony Price. Nate Vaughn, I want to welcome you in first and foremost to the Second Row Podcast. I'm glad we're able to boost your career for you and have you on here today as far as that goes. But let's address the elephant in the room, if you will, and that being me. Number one, first and foremost. So I'm reading all this talk over social media and seeing all this stuff, and your wussy client, D'Anthony Price, crying about I cracked his jaw. I cracked his jaw.
You did, Joey.
What you got to say about that, D'Anthony? Yeah. I mean, let's be honest about it. If you're going to swing on an official, you not expect that official to defend himself.
Well, let me make things real clear. First things first. I don't want to be here, but I have to be here so I can set the record straight, Joey.
Okay.
I hope you understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand that. Keep going. I keep going. This is going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be real good. So, laying your hands on a wrestler, much less my client, landed you in some pretty hot water now, didn't it?
No.
Look, you call it defending yourself, but you've been throwing D'Anthony under the bus for as long as I can remember, since before I took him on as a client. You've been costing him matches, and you put your hands on him.
So let me ask a question. Did you take him on as a client because I threw him under the bus, or did you take him on a client because he
No,
threw himself under a bus?
no, I took him on as a client because he's a winner. And you see, at
Oh,
Vaughn
oh,
Enterprises Sports Agency, Joey, we only take on winners. We don't take on
okay,
losers. Do
okay,
you know how many people have approached me wanting me to be their agent, and I just simply flat out said no because they're losers?
okay, okay.
That there's
So
every
you,
single show
you're
someone wants to be in a part of my organization.
so you're classifying everybody on the independent scene other than D'Anthony Price a loser.
Anybody that's approached me and wanted to be a part
Okay, so
isn't.
let me stop you right there so you don't get yourself confused there, kid. Uh, so it seems D'Anthony Price is now the OIWA Tag Team Champion.
That's
Tag
correct.
team, okay? So that
Correct.
means two.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question. So does that mean that Jace O'Shea is not on the same level as D'Anthony Price? He's just there. Is that what you just
My,
told
my,
everybody that's viewing this right now?
have you not done your research, not done your homework? Jaso Say is one of my clients. He has been since like March.
Uh, no.
If you take a look at my social media, you'd see that we signed him and made a pretty big deal about it.
Mm, no. What? That would probably be because I don't pay much attention to your social media.
Hmm.
That would probably be the reason why I didn't see that. But still, yet you're still classifying him as not a D'Anthony Price, and I get it. I
No.
mean, you call it what you want, but I get it.
Okay. It's like
You know what
arguing
I'm
with a brick
saying?
wall.
It is,
But
but let's get back to the point.
let's get back to it.
So,
I'm here to.
yeah, that's what you're here for, and because your client Wussy, D'Anthony Price is too scared to come on here and actually come somewhat face to face with me, and I get it, man. I mean, if it's not if you're scared, say you're scared kind of thing. It's what I've been saying for the last month to D'Anthony Price uh, before this incident, and now even more. A wise man once told me, hide. He said, "Don't run, hide." So yeah, I mean, I get it. It makes sense to me that he would hide, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's keep going here. So what seems to be the reason why you think that you have to be here today?
Like I said, to set the record straight. Just because my client's not here for legal reasons, he's not here. I'm here to set the record straight and explain to everybody why the lawsuit against you is the lawsuit against you. It's very clear to everybody, but you. It seems like, Joey, you struck
Okay,
him. A trusted official with the OIWA struck talent. You punched him in the
okay,
face, cost him a match, cost him the championship. After you threw me out when you shouldn't have been able to do that in the first place.
okay. So you know, I get it. I get it.
Not
I
hard, man.
mean, it's okay to be upset that you lose. I mean, it wasn't my shoulders that was pinned to begin with, right? I
The
mean,
shoulders weren't even down to
let's
begin
be
with.
realistic about it. That's a joke, by the way. It wasn't my shoulders that was pinned anyway. But and there was something evidently that of course I threw you out so you wouldn't have seen it, but your client swung on me first, Nate.
I
So
didn't. I've seen the footage.
yeah, you can't tell me because I threw your ass out.
I've seen the
Okay,
footage.
so
Footage.
you seen the footage, and so if you seen the footage, then you seen him swing on me first.
Who said he didn't slip, Joey?
Slip
Let me
on what?
What if he slipped and tried to catch himself and you took that as a punch and then you decided to deck him right in the jaw?
So, but if you're going to swing on me, I'm not supposed to defend myself.
So you're going to punch an innocent man that was trying to catch himself from falling.
He was trying to catch himself from falling.
I mean, I don't know, Joey.
Yeah. You know, I found that funny. But, you know, I mean, if you want to say he's a klutz, I mean, that says a lot about your talent that you have. You know, I mean, so I'm just going to leave that with the elephant in the room, which is me. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I found that. So let's move forward a little bit. So what seems to be the deal that you think that you needed to be here today? And it's not just to set the record straight. Okay. You're not answering the question that I need you to answer. I think that it is more along the lines of there's supposedly a lawsuit against me.
Uh-huh.
Let me clue this in right here. That way I make sure I hear this real good.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Hearing aids in?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the lawsuit against you is also against the OIWA owners Bobby Horn and Denise Jones. And let me clue you in too on this. If you guys don't give in to the demands that we have leading up to this lawsuit, the OIWA is going to be ours, Joey. I feel like you're taking this lawsuit as a joke, and it's very clearly not a joke. Okay, it's a very serious lawsuit. You can countersue all you want; it won't hold up. But what we want is for the decision to be reversed and DeAnthony to be the real SOAR World's Heavyweight Champion, like he rightly should be. One, his shoulders weren't down. Two, you punched him. There's legal grounds there for a lawsuit.
Who's to say I didn't slip?
Against the OIWA. Nobody seems to. What?
Who's to say I didn't slip? When your boy slipped and pushed me, who's to say I didn't slip when I tried to catch myself? Okay, all right, keep going. I'm just.
Yours was very
I'm
clearly
running
not
through.
a slip,
It seems, you know, there's a book, okay, and they're smart people, and smart people read the book, right? And what I'm seeing right now is you don't have a book, but that's okay. Let's keep going. Keep going.
I mean, I've pretty much just stated, you know, what we wanted. We want the decision to be reversed.
Okay,
It's
so
clearly, you're sitting there. Listen, you say you're countersuing with a defamation of character lawsuit and whatnot. You know.
Oh, really?
What? DeAnthony and me along the way, defaming our character, correct? Saying he's nothing but a wussy, nothing but a loser. You know, needs help all the time. And you're saying that, you know, you're talking about my organization saying, you know, I don't know how to hire real talent, and, you know, saying that, you know, you're putting words in my mouth that aren't there clearly. And you know, I could countersue your countersue.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do about your countersuit. So, and I knew this was gonna come up because you probably seen it on social media where I discussed something about a defamation of character lawsuit because your boy swung on me. Now I wouldn't have had to raise my hand and block his punch if he wouldn't have swung on me. And evidently you're not watching the footage close enough. And we'll get to the footage here shortly anyway. But at this time, I would like to welcome in my legal counsel, since you're legal counsel of DeAnthony Price. I would like to welcome in my legal counsel because my legal counsel seems to have a actual something for you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, welcome in my legal counsel. This is Tim Land. He is also the producer of the Second Row podcast. Now, me and Tim both have seen this footage, and what Tim was fixing to tell you would not have come of this at all if you wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now, which is trying to sue me and the OIWA now, Bobby Horn and Denise Jones, for fracturing your client's jaw. Go ahead, Tim.
How are you doing, Mr. Vaughn?
Yeah.
Boy. Okay. Well, let's just jump.
I'm okay.
Let's jump right into it. I took some time to do a little research into your match, saw the same footage, even watched that social media post that uh, Mr. Price put out. So let me ask a question. Uh, he broke his jaw, correct?
Yep.
Is that correct? That is your assertion?
That is correct.
Oh, he broke his jaw. Um, so I had the opportunity to do a little research, and his verbiage, his wording, his speech, and his expressiveness in that video footage indicated that he indeed did not break his jaw, mostly because he was able to open his mouth and speak.
Are you a doctor?
Actually, I have a medical background. I
Hmm.
also worked in numerous hospitals, and I reached out to a medical colleague of mine with that video, and they were highly surprised, completely surprised that he was able to be so verbose, considering his
Okay.
jaw was supposedly broken.
Well, we were at the hospital. The doctor said his jaw was broken. That's that. What
Interesting.
else do you want me to say?
Yeah, it is interesting because first we go from fracture to now broken. Fracture. I mean, I'm not sure what most people consider what they want to call a fracture. Right? A fracture is not this way. A fracture is a straight line this way. Right? So this would be
Hmm.
broken or not fractured. This would be fractured, and as big as his jaws are, as much as he flaps and talks, I just don't see it, man. That's my verbal opinion
But we're
about it.
neither here nor there.
I podcast.
Yes.
I was just giving you an
Well,
opportunity to respond to that because I've taken the liberty here of getting a deposition from my medical colleague on various fractures and the very commonality of it. And the fact that he's able to speak and mentate so very much is just outstanding. So, as far as that's concerned, I feel like that's probably going to be debunked. But uh, to the defamation of character point that you were bringing up, once he went online and, falsely talked about his broken jaw, that impinged the character of my client. And I feel like that's a defamation to him as an official. And that's why we are also countersuing.
Hmm. Okay. Well, congratulations. You guys read a lot of medical jargon that you probably had to Google the words to understand what they meant in the first place. But you guys weren't at the hospital. I was broken, fractured, whatever. Maybe I misspoke. I'm not a doctor.
that's
Okay,
right. You're not.
Uh,
you're right. I'm not. So I don't know why you're asking me questions. I
well,
told
Because
you.
you were there at the hospital. You
as you
should know.
Yeah,
indicated, and
doctor
also
said.
Mr. Pierce isn't here to, speak like he did the last time.
I know, right? I'm amazed by that. I really am.
Who? Mr. Pierce? I don't know who the hell that is.
So, excuse me. I might have not had enough water today, Mr. Price.
Yeah, get his name right. You really can't spell it right. So maybe you can't read it right either.
Well, it's possible, but that's why I had someone type this out and file it with the Eighth Circuit Court, so we're prepared.
Okay. Well, good luck, buddy.
So now let's get on to where the elephant knee in the room needs to be stomping on the line that's trying to attack the elephant.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to put it this way, that since you have done that and resorted into me doing my part after 25 years plus in this business and have been there and done what you're trying to do right now, which is the reason why I have legal counsel for little small issues like you and Price. I want to say this, and I want you to understand something. And it's very simple. Okay, I'm going to give you about 3 seconds to produce the Anthony Price. Now, here's the reason why I say this. Okay, because today I seen on the social media that Price couldn't be here or be
Nope.
with us today, whatever, his crybaby issues are. And that is what they are, because he always claims as himself to be the victim. So I want him to, keep thinking that he is a victim of anything, including a fractured jaw by the hands of an official that you swung on.
Mhm.
If you cannot produce Mr. Price in about 3 seconds, I am going to end this podcast for today. Now, I want you to understand also that this was a recorded podcast. And right now, legal counsel is actually going back through some of the verses, if you will, of what you said. And I'm sure we'll find something with that as well, because we heard a couple different contradictions. But you have
I haven't said
about 3 seconds
ready.
to produce the Anthony Price, and I'm shutting this.
All right,
You know what?
Oh,
right.
That's
imagine
fine.
that, how this worked out.
Mm. Joey, first and foremost, what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna put my agent on the spot and try to make him incriminate me, because that's not gonna happen, Joey. All right. You said it in the beginning of this podcast that you did lay your hands on me, and then you want to switch it up talking about, oh, maybe I slid. No, Joey, you didn't slip. You hit me in my jaw. It's point blank, clear as day, Joey. You did that.
Uh,
And then also not only that, Joey, and then you let Daystar roll me up, and I had my shoulder up before the count of three, and you still counted to three, Joey. Right or
Opposite,
wrong?
Joey.
wrong.
You said there's footage of me about to put my hands on you, Joey. But there's also footage of you counting to three, and my shoulder was up.
Well, Price, and I like your work, kid. I really do, man. I think you have a lot to offer, something more than what Nate Vaughn's ever going to be able to give you, kid. I really think that you need to
Don't
reconsider
disrespect me.
that vector of your life and your career in professional wrestling. Don't get ruined by a bad apple. But I'm gonna go to my. Hold on just a second, because here's what I want to do. I want to pull up the footage of that right there, and I want people to look at the second angle, not just the first angle, but the second angle, where you're going to see the Anthony Price trying to punch me, and then he says his shoulders up on the count of three, and well, I didn't see that
Well,
neither. So if we can, let's roll that footage and see what we've got going on here. Well, I hate to break the bad news to you, Mr. Price, and seeing that your liaison there, Nate Vaughn, who had his ass thrown out of the match anyway, and didn't see that. Now you seen that the Anthony Price swung on me, and I defended myself.
Joey,
And
that was
in all aspects of professional wrestling, any kind of sports that has to do with any kind of officiating. You never try to lay your hands on an official, period. And two, official has the due set to defend himself. And I took the due set to defend myself.
well, Joey. The
Now it's
problem is,
right there in the footage.
the
And
problem is,
as
Joey,
far
I
as
put my hands
as
on you,
far
Joey.
as this podcast goes, I want you to understand something, that if this lawsuit is not dropped and Bobby Horn and Denise Jones' name is not cleared of anything, I'm gonna push forth that defamation of character lawsuit. And I'm gonna own Nate Vaughn and Pride. Nate Vaughn, I hope you like working for $1 a day, because that's what I'm gonna pay you. And the sad part about that is this right here. You can't get out of it. So,
Okay.
and I'm still trying to figure out, you've got these gums flapping and these lips smacking down there. the victim, but you're trying to drink through a straw. I mean,
Yeah, Joey, I
what's
got
wrong with-
straw because you fractured my jaw, Joey. Yes, I'm not just some ordinary man. I am a man full of strength, Joey. That's why I can talk the way I am talking, Joey.
Okay.
So you're not gonna try to incriminate me or make Nate Vaughn look stupid, because that's not gonna work, Joey. No, this lawsuit is going to continue until I get the demands that I want, and I have sent them to Bobby Horn and Denise Jones. And then when that happens, either that happens or I'm going to own the OIWA. And then when I do, I'm going to fire your ass. And then after that, I'm going to take your house. I'm going to burn that son of a bitch to the ground. And then I'm going to take your podcast and I'm going to come on here every week saying how much of a loser you are and that you lost, and that all this little stuff right here, it's not going to be called the Second Row Podcast. No, it's going to be called the DeAnthony Price Podcast. That's what it's going to be, Joey. I have to drink out of a straw because I've been doing this for the last 2 weeks, Joey, and it pisses me off. I can't eat anything because of you. Because you decided to put your hands on me. I did not touch you, and you still decided to put your hands on me. That's what it is. That's what that video saw.
Hold on. I just thought of something. Roll that clip one more time.
Joey, this isn't a joke, Joey.
You lost the title, bro. That's so funny.
Funny to you, Joey. This isn't a joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah, you know what's even more funnier is I noticed there wasn't somebody around the ring. Nate Vaughn wasn't there. You lost with or without Nate Vaughn. So now I'm curious as to the mindset that you have as far as where this lawsuit goes. So
Joey,
I'll tell you what, Mr. Price.
Put your hands, Joey. You cost me the World Heavyweight Championship. Now that pink little fairy is off in the UK defending a title that's not his. That's a problem, Joey.
Hold on. Here's another problem. For you especially. He went to the UK, not on one show, but on 2 shows, sold both shows out, and defended that title most respectively.
He defended the title. It wasn't his to defend. So congratulations on defending my title.
That's not your title. That is his title.
Joey.
That's his title.
No. Joey, that's the problem here. It's not his title because you screwed me out of the world title. He didn't beat me. Damian knows he can't beat me without you, Joey. He knows it now. Everybody else that was there, they've seen it. He can't beat me without you. And like I said, either my demands get met or I'm going to own the OIWA and your ass is fired. That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Okay.
Is fire you, Joey.
Okay. I want you to have fun with that.
Have fun with that. Joey,
I want you to have fun with that. I really do. And I wish you all the best. Let me say, in your future endeavor, once this gets pushed. Oh, you go ahead, Nate. Say what you need to say, brother. Oh, it ain't much, I see, because you keep freaking.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Look, Joey. So before the show on September 2nd, you were doing an interview with Damian Daystar backstage, correct?
Sure was.
Okay. I walked up. I interrupted the interview. Told Damian that he was going to lose. You broke it up between me and him. And then what happened after?
I told you to
You
leave.
remember?
Told you to leave.
Joey,
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him or his phone or his service or whatever it is he thinks he was going to do there.
He doesn't have time for your nonsense, Joey. So
He needs to have time because this also now concerns him. So now he's got full attention because now the lawsuit concerns him and Nate Vaughn Enterprises, which is and I think kind of sad in a way because you drug him into this and now he's gonna get drugged through the mud like you. But let's go back down to Nate Vaughn, who keeps skipping around and popping in and out because his evidently can't afford 5G. So I'm sure he's on
Joey, you're not going to
dial
disrespect
up or something.
what you're not going to do, Joey. That's the problem. You think you're taking this all as a joke. It's not a joke, Joey. My jaw hurts, Joey. I am upset. A man is walking around defending my championship in the United
On
Kingdom.
2 sold out shows.
And Joey, but that's besides the point. He's defending a title that's not his. That
on
is
2
the
sold
problem.
out shows.
That's not the point here, Joey. Nate, talk to him.
OIWA, my hat is off to all of you guys. Y'all did an awesome job over in the UK and London. 2 sold out shows, man. I'm just saying, folks, you're going to pay $25-$30, man, to go see a WWE or AEW event. Why are you not supporting independent wrestling? These stars are what is tomorrow, and y'all are missing the best moments of their lives and their careers before they even get to or get a chance to even get a shot at looking at, unless you got somebody like Nate Vaughn holding you back. Think about that one, D'Anthony Price.
Joey,
So I encourage everybody to go and support independent professional wrestling. You're not going to be disappointed. But now, I'm sorry, I had to give our fans a moment there, which is, something y'all have never done. You might have done it once or twice, D'Anthony. I'm not sure. I think I heard you say something nice once or twice.
I need fans moments for Joey. Think about that. This isn't about the fans. This is about me. This is about me. This is about the Vaughn Enterprise Sports Agency, and it's about money, Joey. That's all it's about. It has nothing to do with these dumb fans, Joey. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about me winning, and I'm worried about putting money in my pocket and Nate's pocket. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And now that I am the OYWA National Tag Team Champion, I'm also worried about putting money in Jace Osei's pocket because everybody on this team is winning. That's what it is, Joey. Talk to him, Nate.
Every time I bring up a point,
evidently Cat got it done.
I think, man, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I hear you, Nate. You're good. Talk to him.
Yeah. Bring up a point, Joey, about something shitty that you've done. You cut me off. Like I end up leaving the stream. I don't know what's happening. You little monkey over there. That's your legal team too needs to figure out what he's doing in the back over there.
Legal.
So, like I was trying to say before I got cut off the last time, don't cut me off this time because I'm trying to make a good point. The last show, you were doing an interview with Damien Daystar. I interrupted it. You broke us 2 up, and then I left. Afterwards, you were shaking his hand, saying you knew he was going to beat D'Anthony Price for the title that night, right? That's exactly what you said. It's on video. It's all over your social media. It's there, right?
Yep.
What trusted official that is unbiased does that for a championship match? They don't. There's collusion, Joey. Whether it's between just you and David
right there.
You and Bobby Horn. No, you let me finish. Whether it's between you and Damon Daystar alone, or you and the OIWA, or you, Bobby Jones, or Bobby Horn, Denise Jones, there's collusion somewhere. You guys want us to lose. Y'all don't want us to be there because we make too much money. You're jealous, Joey. You always have been jealous. You're old. You're run down. You can't fight no more. And we're tired of it. Plain and simple.
So
You find that funny, but it ain't funny, Joey. The only thing
I'm finding
is
it
what you
freaking
think you're
hilarious
doing
right
with your
now.
career as a referee.
Because I need to make 2 points to you. One is you want to jump on an old man.
That's higher than you can count.
Evident, and the old man's done supposedly fractured your client's jaw.
Fractured
Swung
jaw.
on the old man. He swung on an old man. He swung on an old man, and the old man spanked his ass.
Joey, let's you know what? Let's pull the curtain back, Joey. I'm sick. Pull the curtain back.
I think you need to understand something. You need to understand something too, Nate. Both of you need to understand something. Yes, I shook Damian Daystar's hand. I sure did. I also told Damian Daystar that I had faith in him, that he would come out September the 2nd, sword champion. I had
As an official.
As official, yeah. I sure did. I also
You
had
should have had faith.
hold on.
You're prepared to me already.
I also had faith in Nate Vaughn to try to interfere somewhere.
No, you didn't.
And he did. I also had faith in DeAnthony Price to go as low as to swing on an official, and he did. Because DeAnthony Price has been talking about whooping my ass for a long time.
That's because
he even did that on social media. And I want everyone to know, poor Nate left again. I want everyone to know that not only did I have faith in Damian Daystar because you could see it in his eyes, right? You could see that he was gonna do the impossible. And by God, he did.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did. I also had faith.
He didn't do the impossible, Joey. That's the problem.
He did the. Also, you're saying it's possible to beat you on any given night.
Joey, out of anybody in the OIWA, he has paid the price more. Understand that, Joey. Let's rip the curtain back, all right? WWE's already done that. They ripped the curtain back. We all know wrestling is here and there, and there's people have questions about it. But Joey, let me tell you something. Yeah, wrestling's scripted, Joey. That wasn't part of the script, Joey. You hitting me wasn't a part of the script. So yes, you stepped over the line. You crossed it, Joey. That's why I'm so upset, Joey. That's why I got to drink out of a damn straw. Because you crossed the line. You went overboard. And then you had the audacity in the main event to try to raise my damn hand because I won this, Joey. You're ridiculous, Joey.
That's
and we
what
told you to get the hell out of
do.
our ring because you didn't belong there.
That's what officials do. I mean, I guess you've been wrestling in a different world or something, right?
Joey, the only thing that you should have
not in the same matrix as the rest of us, right?
Joey,
I'm just asking a question because I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, and you're telling me, get out of your ring. I didn't deserve to be there.
Joey, at this point, you don't deserve to be in a ring with me. You haven't deserved to be for a while. You have been after me since May of 2022. You understand that, Joey? When you know what? And now what's even funny about that is, Joey, the last opponent I was in the ring with May 2nd, 2022, Joey. I was in the ring with Nate Collins for the Junior Heavyweight Championship, and he put his foot on the ropes, and you still counted to 3. Because like I said before, you're an incompetent referee, Joey. How does stuff like that get by a senior official of the OIWA? You've been doing this for so long, Joey. How does this get by you? Because you're old. You're washed up. You need to retire. I am going to put you out of your misery here pretty soon with this lawsuit, Joey. I'm going to finally put you out of your misery. I don't want to see your face whenever I am done.
Well,
whenever I own the OIWA, once I fire your ass, I want you to come back and I want you to beg and plead on your knees to ask me for your job back. I'll think about it, and then I may fucking throw dirt in your eyes, Joey. That's just what it is. I'm sick of you, Joey. You have been after me for over a year now.
Wow.
So what do you have to say about that?
What gives you the idea that I've been after you for over a year, dude?
Joey, you have
you're making this sound like you flattering yourself or something.
Joey, you take this as a joke. That's why I hired Nate.
I'm having to, dude. Because what you're saying is not making sense to me. And I find it very hilarious.
Joey,
Because the elephant in the room is if you push this lawsuit, brother, I'm going to sue you, Nate Vaughn. I'm going to own Vaughn Enterprises.
Joey.
And then I'm going to pay you to work for me and him $1 a day.
Joey.
You're going to make $30 a month, dude. I hope you understand rent is expensive. Car notes are expensive. Gas is expensive.
Not going to happen, Joey.
Stop flattering yourself.
It's expensive for you because you're broke, Joey. That's why you're trying to countersue. And honestly, you're just going to lose all your money trying to countersue. That's the problem, Joey. You're going to lose everything you got because I'm going to take everything.
I'm looking around at all these lights we got in the studio, all this acrylic tile we have in the studio.
Everything.
Man, them's like $60 or $70, I think. Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling T-shirt, priceless.
Bumps and Bruises as well. That's what I'm gonna do too. And so now everybody from this point on will go, oh, I got trained by D'Anthony Price. So thank you for that. Thank you.
So now you're trying to be like Barrett Brown.
No, I'm not trying to be like Barrett Brown. I'm gonna own the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy. I'm gonna produce stars now, Joey, because of you. That's just what it is.
You're gonna produce stars because of me.
Yes. So thank you for hitting me in my jaw and letting me have a lawsuit against you and the OIWA. Because this is like heaven on earth at this point. Smooth sailing for me.
I want to say congratulations. I really do.
Thank you, thank you for saying congratulations because I'm gonna win. Thank you for saying that early.
Hold on. I got one more point to make. Roll that clip again.
Oh my goodness.
Roll that clip one more time.
Here we go.
You lost. That's right. Laugh about it.
Not
you
funny.
Lost, man. You lost.
Not funny. Oh, jeez, Joey. You're old.
That is so funny to me because that is called karma. Karma smacked you in your jaw, dude.
Karma.
You know why karma smacked you in your jaw? Because you tried to smack karma. And that's one thing you don't do.
Joey, I did not let
I hate it that people
whatsoever.
get themselves put into those types of situations where they can't get themselves out of one. They never have a plan B. They never have a backup. And by God, neither did you. If you think for 1 second, D'Anthony Price, that Nate Vaughn would not throw you under a bus, man, to make himself look better, brother, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken.
Me and Nate Vaughn's partnership is tighter than you can ever think, Joey. You think that, Joey. You can go ahead and think that all you want. It's not true. But what is true, Joey, is this lawsuit. What is true is that I am going to own the OIWA unless they meet my demands. And which, like I said, my attorney sent them, their attorneys, my demands, or what I want, and the lawsuit will be dropped. And here pretty soon, we'll figure out what they want to do. And that's perfectly fine. Whichever route they want to go, I'm cool with it, Joey. I either own the OIWA or they keep the OIWA, but they meet my demands and they make me happy and make me and Nate Vaughn a lot of money. Just what it is.
You're welcome, Nate Vaughn. I promise you, you are welcome. I don't know why we had you on anyway. There wasn't really nothing you were doing here. We're which is kind of like D'Anthony Price's career. There's nothing you're doing there too.
Right.
So
No,
I
disrespect.
mean,
That's disrespectful. Because Joey, let me tell you something. Without Nate Vaughn, I wouldn't have won the world title. Without Nate Vaughn, I wouldn't have the OYWA National Tag Team Champions. Not only am I the first OYWA National Tag Team Champion, I am the longest reigning OYWA National Tag Team Champion. Oh, you didn't know, Joey. Tell somebody about that, Joey. Look at this right here.
I can tell
right
somebody about that because you're like what, a week in, 2 weeks in, something like that, being a champion again. I mean, and it's not you being a champion. It was Jace O'Shea. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you about it.
Joey, let's be honest. Who made the who made the pin? Who got the pin, Joey? Who got the pin?
It doesn't matter who got the pin. It's what we're doing before that.
Joey. That's the thing.
That's my point in the matter. Because without him, I don't see you doing that on your own. That's just my opinion. Okay, I mean, and I can have my opinion. It's, you know what that's called? I think that's part of the Constitution too. It's called freedom of speech. See, I can have that, right? I can say what I want to say, right? And I'm saying what I want to say.
That doesn't include Arkansas. Arkansas wasn't.
Oh, Arkansas is not included in that.
It's not.
You know what? That's a good one. I'm gonna hold on to that one for you, and I'll feed that back to you later. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to, you know, that doesn't include Arkansas, and I'm gonna feed that back to you later. I promise you. At some point in time, I'm gonna feed that to you. I mean, you'll be able to open your jaw that you've been flapping for the last 25 minutes. You know that you said fractured. But you'll be able to open your jaw so I can scoop some of that in there for you.
I have to drink out of the straw, so thank you, Joey. Thank you for that. I can very much so talk though, Joey. There's not a problem with me talking.
You know what? I want to try. Have you ever sang before?
Have I ever sang before? Yes, Joey. I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, show me what you do as far as like exercises for the mouth. I mean, because I'm trying to learn how to sing, and I'm older, so you know the voice has gotten a little older, you know, and it's got a little bit more rasp to it. So I actually kind of sound pretty good. What? Show me some kind of mouth exercise I can do, man, to loosen up that way I can sing. I mean, I'm being on a real point with you right now because I know I hear you pretty good at
that. Joey, I'm not your friend, and if I was doing singing like lessons or anything, Joey, you would have to pay me. The other thing is you don't have enough money to pay me. I want you to keep all your money to get ready for this lawsuit because you're going to lose everything.
Look. Check your cash app, dude.
Check my cash app?
Yeah, check your cash app.
There's no reason to check my cash. Joey, I don't need a cash app.
Just $1,000, man, to show me some of them exercises to where I can get better at singing because I want to sing, man.
Joey, I wipe my ass with $1,000. That's not enough. It's not enough money, Joey. You're gonna do a lot more than that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you back that $1,000 because you need it to pay your legal counsel or whatever you want to call him. I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna need it, Joey.
Are you the champion? Are you the champion, D'Anthony Price?
Yeah, I am the legitimate.
You are. Get up close to the camera.
Yes, Joey.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera with your eyes, brother. Look into it. I want to see fire, right? And scream at me and tell me you're a champion.
Joey,
come on, scream it out, man. Tell me you're a champion.
Joey, I can't scream. All right.
Yeah, you can. You got a loud mouth, kid, right now. I'm sure you can scream this out. Joey, you are a champion.
I'm hurting right now, Joey. I have to take 2 pain pills in the morning and 2 pain pills at night, Joey. I can't go to.
So we have an addict on our hands. Okay. So that's going to be a little bit more fuel to the fire because now I'm seeing that you want a bunch of money for to buy your addiction, whatever the case may be.
Not an addiction, Joey, when it's prescribed by a doctor to help with the pain that you caused. I don't feel safe going into an OIWA locker room because of you. I don't feel safe now, Joey.
Okay.
The OIWA, Sir Mo, Denise Jones are supposed to provide me protection. I'm supposed to be safe when I go to the show. Is that right or wrong? Right. So right.
No.
Yes, it's correct.
No.
I'm supposed to be safe. I'm not supposed to be harmed by anybody, especially old officials.
No, they're not supposed to provide you protection. See, the reason why they're not supposed to provide you protection is because you're supposed to be a trained athlete. You're supposed to be able to take care of yourself regardless of any and all circumstances at any point in time. If you are not a trained any kind of athlete in this sport of professional wrestling, man, then why are you here?
Joey, I'm here to make money. I'm not
Then
here to
why
be
do you need Bobby Horn and Denise Jones to protect you?
Why? Because I like I told you before, Joey.
You're an athlete. You don't need protection.
Joey, why I need protection? Because of old senile guys like you, Joey. From crazy guys like Damian Daystar who wants to try to attack me and attack Nate Vaughn. Come on, Joey. That's why. Because y'all are going crazy. Y'all can't stand the sight of seeing me and Nate Vaughn winning. Y'all can't stand the sight of that. So y'all had to go into cahoots and screw me over. And there's footage of it, Joey. There's a lot of footage of it. You can say what you want, Joey. I didn't put my hands on you, Joey. You put your hands on me. It's simple as that. I'm going.
Okay. Let me prove one last point. Roll that clip again.
Here we go again.
So after seeing you swing on me and me defending myself, and then ultimately it cost you a title for me defending myself from you, who is a trained athlete who doesn't need protection from any man, woman, nor child in the professional wrestling world. You want to try to lay a lawsuit on the company and myself. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm gonna just put it out like, if you want to be a professional wrestler, I encourage you to go to a creditable school. Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling County, not only 469 in Carrollton, Texas, but also 501 in Sherwood, Arkansas, is where you can get
trained
that.
by D'Anthony Price now, because I'm going to own the joint. Continue, Joey.
If you want to be a professional wrestler, I encourage you to seek out a creditable school. Trey Mack at Offshoots TV, brother, keep doing what you're doing. You're killing it, son. My boy Daniel Stubblefield over at Boston Mountain Brewer. If y'all want to get your drink on, you need some bulk order, he's got your back, man. Give him a holler. CKW, Cat of Kingdom Wrestling. This Is Lit is coming up, and man, is it going to be a wild show. I encourage you to get your tickets now.
It may not happen. You won't have the funds for it, Joey. It may not happen, so don't give your hopes up. Because I'm going to own the OIWA. You may continue again.
Presented by the OIWA in Cabot, Arkansas.
And D'Anthony Price.
Sword Championship Wrestling, my boys and girls there. I encourage you to keep digging, keep scratching, do what you do, man. You're going to get there minus that guy. Southern Extreme Wrestling, you guys keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all are really moving mountains over there, and that's good stuff. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, we have a print there of a man standing there like this right here. He's got a cape on his back, crown on his head. That is Sir Mo. She's Bobby Horn.
Broke pretty soon. You can shoot him. You can shoot him a message so you can send him money so he can pay for the lawsuit and he can pay for his bills because he's going to be broke once it's all said and done. Thank you. You may continue, Joey.
If you cannot get to the OIWA as far as reaching out to a credible school to become a pro wrestler, I encourage you to seek out Rodney Mack and Jazz at the Dog Pound. They got your back as well. And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a huge shout out to the Shire Gastro Pub up in Rogers, Arkansas. Man did a show there last night. Awesome event, awesome people, crazy matches, crazy matches. If you want to get up there in Rogers, Arkansas, man, and check those guys out, you won't be disappointed. Great place to go. Today, at this time, I'm going to cut us a little short on the podcast. I'm not cutting it short because of the Anthony Price. I'm cutting it short of because of what I might say to D'Anthony Price.
Go
And
ahead.
D'Anthony Price doesn't need to hear that. His attorney needs to hear that, and I'll let my attorney speak for me about that because we learned some things today. We learned a lot of things today, actually.
That's your hand on me.
Things
You insulted me. That's what
things aren't.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm just correcting everything you're saying. Just make it correct, an adjustment to it.
Okay.
Thank you. Continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joey Lynn with
The victim,
Victim.
and soon to be the owner of the OIWA, which includes CKW, SEW, and Sword Championship Wrestling. And then not also that, the man right there, Joey, will be homeless pretty soon. And then this podcast will be renamed to the D'Anthony Price Podcast. Thank y'all and have a good night.